Okay. So, I mean, keep on leading the way, Lambert. I am interested, though. Where exactly are you taking us right now? Basically just following you down the lake. Which we definitely did do when we were exploring earlier, because there was a quest here. We made a point of exploring the area first, and then going back to do the main quest. Which, yeah, I think, you know, will end up, at least to a certain extent,
Tell me
having
about
us do some
things any better between you.
some tracking back.
Seems so. Old man's dropped the moralizing, and I try not to piss him off too often.
Working out well.
Moderately. Castle's pretty big. Easy to stay out of each other's way.
That it is. There's this abandoned hut-like area. That's where we're headed? Okay.
Damn it. Moored it right here, I swear.
Line must have come loose.
Really. Here I thought the boat untied itself to go for a jaunt on its own. Damn it. In this fog, we'll never...
There a storm before I arrived?
Let me think. Yeah, 5 days passed.
Wind must have grabbed the sail, tugged the boat off its mooring. Boat drifted into the bushes.
Okay. Find the boat. So we're just running around here? I'm pretty sure we found the boat. I'm pretty sure this is it. I don't think there's much mystery to it. We have also been here before as well. We were exploring this very area. So yeah, I mean, like I was saying, I think certainly there's a chance of us doubling back a little bit here, but now we can just focus on the primary quest and not worry about, well, have we been here, have we not been here? Kill the drowners? Okay, well, that can be arranged. Wait, hold on. Excuse me, sir. I believe it said kill the drowners, not drowners kill Geralt. You seem to be confused about this direction. So let me please consult the quest. It does still say kill the drowners. Not gonna lie, for a second I thought that was like some humongous super drowner. Just like 5 drowners combined into one. It's like, ah. Oh, okay, now go.
Water hag. Great.
Now it gets interesting.
Last thing we need.
Well, here's your super drowner of sorts.
What now?
Actually, it is a build tag, thank you very much, and it is no longer with all of its limbs.
All right. Cave entrance is just opposite, see it? Gotta sail across the pond, go through the cave, climb Troll's Head, and we're there.
Doesn't seem like such an ordeal now, does it?
No. Still gives me the shivers, though. You know only 2 boys returned from my group?
You were the ones who ran into old Speartip in the caverns, right?
Mm-hmm.
That still bother you? I mean, it sounds like this was what, basically a component of his training in which he was with a bunch of other Witchers to be, and he and one other person were the only ones who survived it. Whereas it sounds like Geralt, I mean, presumably also had similar kinds of training, but was not on this specific mission.
That's still gnawing at you?
Gnawing? No. Straight old pisses me off. What the fuck was that trial for? Most who returned from the Circle of Elements died within a year in some swamp, hunting drowners for Crown 30 a head. So exactly what was the point?
Ought to ask Vesemir.
Oh, I have. Many times. Believe you me.
Okay. Can't say I have any answers for you, but I suppose
Let's
we'll
go.
hop in.
Jump in the boat.
I mean, we do
All
have
right.
some monsters to
I'm
loot
taking
here,
the
but...
tiller, though.
Because?
Cause it's my boat, not up for discussion.
Okay. Can we actually put this up without Lambert getting mad at us for being pokey? I hope so. I mean, not that this is gonna make a huge difference, but okay. Get in the boat. That much I think we can do. There is technically one other monster over there to loot, but we'll be fine. Now, are we actually gonna get attacked by anything when we're out here? We did not actually go in the water much at all previously when we were exploring this area. We basically just went on the outskirts. So this will be a little bit new to us. Sail across Lake with Lambert. Well, I mean, he did kind of say that he was going to do everything.
Make this boat yourself?
Yeah. Something you don't like about it?
Besides the water up to our ankles? Nothing.
Quit whining. It'll make it across the lake.
Well, there are
Smash into something
rounders here.
first. Barely see the tip of my nose.
So yeah, I do kind of feel like we're going to have to defend this boat from something, because otherwise we're going to have
Frog's thick
nothing
as
to do.
curdled milk.
Never took you for a poet.
Oh, but I am one. Want to hear a limerick?
Oh, no.
Sure.
Lambert, what a prick.
Not bad.
Oh, dear. So, I mean, this is I'm pretty sure one of the caves that we've actually already been into.
Fall
Again,
off a bit.
there's a
Sails
quest here
fluttering.
before.
Don't teach your grandma to suck eggs.
Thanks, man. Dude, he's picking it up a bit.
Right, almost there.
But yeah, we were just basically walking / swimming in here before. We didn't really need to go in the opposite direction to take a boat to sail in here. But, okay, sure, fair enough. I think this is the same place where we basically fought it. I'm pretty sure it was a troll previously, and we got that note about the
Ready for the caverns?
attack that Azur Javid
Almost.
had on
Before
camera.
we go inside,
Ugh, drink a dose of cat, I know. Any more words of wisdom? Like, step softly or you'll wake old spear tip?
I mean, you are being rather cranky, Lambert. Is this old spear tip of which you speak still around?
old spear tip still down there?
Yeah, he is. Unless he's done us a favor and killed over on his own. Could come at us at any moment.
Oh,
How'd the rhyme go? Old spear tip's a deep sleeper.
Wake him up and you'll sleep deeper. Come on.
that doesn't sound good.
Hear that? Sounds like a kid.
Sounds like a
You
siren.
know this valley's uninhabited except for us. It's gotta be an illusion.
That
What
did
if
not
it's
sound
not?
like a kid. Definitely has some
Whatever
kind
you
of
wanna do.
spectral ring to it. We should investigate. Especially because you were saying how we need to be quiet, otherwise we're gonna wake whatever the heck old spear tip is. And this, whatever it is very much shouting.
We'll investigate, just in case.
You know, Vesemir's right. You do poke the damn hive, almost always. Fine.
What, you want us to ignore it? I'm not gonna ignore it. Let's save real quick. Stuff is happening. Okay. Meet your senses. Whoa, hold on. Let's get up the hill first, and then we'll worry about the winter senses. Does say it's a boy, although it does have the red glow around it. Just curious to see. Talk to Lambert about journeying to the Circle of Elements and help Yennefer fix the Megascope. So this is not what we're working on now. We're definitely doing the thing with Lambert. But, okay. Let's just head on over. I'm not sure we're going to get too much out of this. So,
Hey, little guy.
I don't trust you for a second. Yeah,
It's
you're
all
clearly
right, you're safe now.
cursed or something. Not actually, probably not actually human. I'd have to.
Fine,
But
consider yourself vindicated. You were right.
Well,
I mean-
well, what do you know?
We can talk about that later. Got the foglets to take care of now.
Okay. Yep. I mean, I didn't disagree with you that it was. I was supposed to be Gwen, not Iggy, but I suppose it worked. Yeah, I didn't actually think it was going to be just a simple distress call that we, rescue someone from. I was expecting for us to at least, have a little bit more something than the boy, air quotes, disappearing immediately. One foglet down. Don't think that one actually went down. I was trying to put on Gwen. That one is decapitated. We are decapitated, and now this one is de-armed.
An illusion. Who would have thunk?
I mean,
You're not gonna let
Agreed.
this drop anytime soon, are you?
No, I will not. In fact, whole world should hear about the time the famed Geralt of Rivia was duped like a child.
I didn't think it was a
I
child.
think we ought to get Dandelion
The
to
entire
write a
time.
ballad about it. How's that sound?
Thinking about you instead. I don't know. Well,
When someone's life might be threatened, I'd rather be safe than sorry. Enough said.
just hoping there would be more to it
course,
than it just
the
being an illusion.
noble
Thought it was
white
just gonna be
wolf
some kind of
never
trap and
abandons a
another
man
monster
in
for us to
need.
fight.
He's more saint than Witcher.
Changing subjects. Did I see right? Was that boy?
Yeah, one of ours. Must have drowned during his trial. Foglets remembered his voice and appearance.
So it was a
Charming.
foglet.
Let's get out of here.
Needn't ask me twice. In fact, I didn't even want to come here.
Lambert, enough.
Amber is very cranky today. Let's just loot these guys real quick. It does seem like everyone just got extremely unhappy as soon as we made it over to Kaer Morhen, Geralt included. Or at least as soon as we started heading over there. So we had like our meeting with the Emperor, in which no matter which options I tried to take, Geralt would always be fussy. Like, okay, I get it, the stakes are getting high and whatnot. Okay, that's unfortunate. But at the same time, doesn't mean can't be professional about this. Right, so I'm pretty sure we've been in this cave, have we not? Let me just take a quick look at the map. This is the... is it? Oh, no, I was thinking this cave down here. Okay. No, this is new in that case. We have not been here before, I do not think. So that's good to know. This is definitely entirely new. Go through the cave. Okay, well, thank you. You know, I didn't gather that much. I definitely would not have thought of, as soon as we entered the cave, going through the cave. And I am now thinking that we perhaps do the thing that Geralt was saying we ought to do now, that being use a cat potion to actually have some night vision here. Make sure we're on the right one, though. Okay, go. And we can go left or right. Left looks smaller. Mostly just looking for any potential loops. Like this. Before we actually get this whole thing done. I think that's everything. That little section there. Okay. Wants us to go in... Oh, hello, skeletons.
Bones. Pulverized.
Mm-hmm. Old Spear Tip's never been kind to guests.
Okay, so more about this old spear tip. But you haven't really given us much detail on who or what old spear tip is. Unless we're about to find out. Which something tells me we are.
Shit, too damn high.
Not if I give you a boost. Remember? Part of the trials.
A witcher is a lone hunter.
But even a lone hunter can use a helping hand sometimes. Vesemir.
Ready?
Alright.
Oh, you fat fuck.
I mean, at least we don't have 1,000 weight worth of items
One.
on us right now.
2, 3. You're no feather either. Come on, let's go.
I mean, let's be honest, guys. We have, like, several... Maybe not several hundred, but probably... quite a bit of... Oh! Almost fell down there, just for Geralt deciding he wanted to do a little roll. But, we have some heavy armor and weapons on us right now. Blame it on that instead.
Wall looks a little shaky. Ard, maybe?
I mean, yes,
Wake old spear tip?
but...
What? You afraid?
No, I just think before I act.
Right, I mean, there's clearly a way to climb up. Why would we break that down when we can just easily climb up?
Mind not stomping like that.
Relax. I slipped.
We actually need to be all stealthy in here and whatnot. Let's maybe save again. Because, I don't know how consequential it is if we do or don't wake up old spear tip. I suppose we'll try not to. But, may end up doing it accidentally. We'll see. We shall see. Looks like another occasion on which we can either climb or break through stuff. I mean, there's potentially several ways in which to climb up here. That being one of them. But I do also see this. This looks like potentially more of a, yeah, sideway that might have some interesting loots in it. Ooh. Decent rarity at that. Maybe worth a quick check. It's a chest plate. It's medium armor. It is better vitality, better resistances, but we lose the sign intensity. We lose a somewhat significant amount of armor. So I think that's probably worth passing on for now, but decent thing to have for either selling or breaking down into components. Can we go down this way? I can't really tell from this angle how much of a drop it is. I think that's safe. Does appear to be. Make sure we didn't miss anything by going that route. Loot-wise, I don't think we did. Alright, Lambert. A little bridge up here. I don't know if that suggests that we are supposed to be on
What?
Something
elevated
fell in
ground.
my eye. Splinter, I think.
Hope it wasn't from a broken mirror. That'd make you even nastier.
Ha ha.
Should we try to get back up there, perhaps? And also, perhaps reactivate the cat potion? Hold on. Hold on. Just feels like whenever I see that elevated ground like that, hell, I feel like we're supposed to be on it, although I don't really see a way up. Oh, well, unless if we have crazy jumping capabilities, which I suppose, at least on some occasions, we certainly do have. Something over there. Is that spear tip? Also, why are we actually going in here? That's kind of the reason why I was looking a bit... Oh, more stuff we can theoretically break through. Oh, well, we would need to go up here in order to get around and not break through things. So, yeah, I think we just, again, this is basically the continued test to see, are you impatient and you just blast through stuff with art and make a loud noise and risk waking up Spear Tip, or do you walk around? So that's probably one of the main things. There might be other ways in which we can potentially wake him up, but I do want to double check. Why are we going through here? So I know this is technically probably 3 descriptions in one, because we did something with Eskel. We are going to eventually do something with Yennefer, and right now we're doing something with Lambert, so I want to focus on the part with Lambert. Let's see, before this can happen, however, Geralt, once again, on the honor to face the Emperor of Nilfgaard, yes, but that's long since passed. Let's see. Cirilla had handed over a portion of the reward. Oh, wait, no. Emperor had hoped Geralt would return with someone other than a demented monstrosity, but ultimately recognized the creature as a solid lead in the search for his daughter Cirilla, and handed over a portion of the reward he had promised the Witcher. Geralt never revealed exactly how much that amounted to. He never did place much value on coin. We did see how much it was. It was like 2,000 coins, which is pretty good. But I wager, dear reader, it considerably exceeded the standard fees Witchers received. Yes, it did. I suppose maybe he didn't tell that to Dandelion, who's the one who's technically writing this description. During the audience, Yennefer hit upon an idea for lifting Uma's curse, though not for the first time. She refused to share any details with Geralt. She merely told him to ride as fast as possible to Kaer Morhen, the famous keep of the Witchers from the School of the Wolf. Home Geralt had not seen for some time, save in his dreams. Oh, that's true. The time when we were in here in the tutorial was technically in our dream. So last time we were actually here in person, I do not know. I mean, didn't visit at all in Witcher 2, so it may actually be Witcher 1. And very beginning of Witcher 1 at that. So, no further description about what our objective in this specific component is with Lambert, which I would have kind of liked. We're trying to do, well, I don't even remember at all.
Ugh. Place reeks of mold.
What did you expect? Scent of violets?
Would have been nice.
Well, here's something here. Something panting. Sounds like a werewolf. That's Old Spirited. But this is starting to look a lot like a boss arena.
Sweet, just sleep in there. Makes you want to make this moment last forever.
That's gotta be it. Isn't it? So are we attacking him? Is that what's happening? Care to tell us what the plan is, Lambert?
Geralt?
Nope, apparently not. Okay, so, like, as soon as we step down here, he immediately wakes up and becomes hostile, right? That's totally the way this works? Alright, let's do it. Amber. Shh. We just like slowly and carefully waltz on up. Looks like we're actually trying to go in this direction. Okay, so maybe we avoid him and go this way for whatever the heck this is. I mean, there is something over here. See the ladder, or at least it looks like. Presumably that ladder leads somewhere. Ooh. That's a skull. I was like, oh, there's something shiny on the ground there. Let's pick it up. No. Probably don't want to do that. Huh? Oh, here. There we go. It's like, it just looks like a dead end. Not quite. There's something else here. Is this leading us backwards, though? No, it seems as though the quest is leading us here. Oh, we do just need to go through here, okay?
Oh, good to be back above ground.
Mm-hmm. Still trouble ahead.
You mean the trolls? They're in for trouble, not us.
Trying to impress us? I can't really tell if he's just trying to flaunt like that. I don't know.
We
Take it easy.
This is their turf.
Couple of trolls got you soiling your knickers?
Was bold and brash once, like you. Then I took a pitchfork in the gut. Peasant kid, not a troll. I almost died. Hard way to learn, but I did. Come on.
Maybe that'll kind of send the message here. Let's take a look at where we've ended up after going through there. Okay, yes. This is, in fact, a location that we have been to before, because we've already been to this place of power. We've seen this entrance here, and then, oh, there was the area with the candles that I was commenting about how it seemed like it was sort of an odd, ritual-looking place, and yet there wasn't anything to do there before, but that is definitely where we are seeing this marker is sending us right now. We are actually going in the opposite direction as we were going previously.
Place of power. Should draw from it.
Except we already have. I mean, we could, because it will give us a temporary buff here, but... Sure. Make Igni stronger, at least for a little while. I suppose. What's the matter, Lambert? Can't draw from places of power? Guess you're not really a Witcher, then. I thought so. That is... yes, looks to be a troll.
See him shit and run soon as he saw us?
Mm-hmm. Never known a troll to do that.
That is perhaps a little bit odd, then. Probably means there's more of them waiting for us. Maybe even an ambush. It looks like an ambush.
To walk no more. Stops. East Mountain. Trolley Mountain.
Oh.
Troll Mountain. Oh.
Troll Mountain, not Trolley Mountain.
East Troll Mountain.
Oh, now I understand.
You talk to these idiots.
This is true. The top one. I mean, this is definitely the confrontational route. But I think we try going this side.
Stay calm. We just want to get to the circle.
Which is his thing one say, thing two do.
I mean,
Thing
you're not wrong.
three do. Sometimes.
Enough! Out of my way, dimwits, or I'll grind you to gravel. Understand?
Yeah, that's not gonna make it happen. We tried.
Mm-hmm. They understood all right. Congrats.
Run for the cave! Before they stone us to death!
Really? Did it have to come to this? Okay, that was pretty straightforward. You okay there, Lambert? You okay there, Lambert? Do we need to Igni through this? Possibly? Huh? Or Ard through it? Maybe we Ard through it. That's what we do. Okay. I was thinking we burn through the stuff at the top. Hello again. Pleasure to meet you. 3 of them.
We walk throws. News goes no far more. Which is understand it?
We understand it. but we still gotta get to the Circle of Elements.
Listen, but we trolls come no to
Who are you calling butt we?
Rocks lots there. Let him rock.
Enjoying this little chat, cause it's not getting us anywhere.
Alright. Lambert, just chill, dude. Just relax, okay? Just take a deep breath. Let us take care of this.
I'm talking. Fact is, you know as much about negotiating as they do about grammar.
Ooh.
We're not
Not
here
wrong.
to hurt you. We don't want to touch your rocks. Just let us pass.
Troll rock troll. Witcher say strike no back. Just talky. Witcher, good? Only
Yeah.
you.
Oh.
Witcher says monster kills.
I mean, also
trolls,
not wrong.
Monsters. Yes, true is. No face make. We do go this. Use sharp back clubs leave here. Use
Sharp back
fast.
clubs.
No grease. We smash.
Leave our swords, come back for them later. Or we say, nah, not gonna happen. I suppose there's that risk that they run off with them, or they're just, you know, whatever, they're broken when we try to take them back. But I think, you know, we'll try our hand at troll diplomacy. It seems like we're making some progress.
All right. We'll leave our swords here. Pick them up on the way back.
We want to know. Lick metal. Mouth.
Okay, at least they don't seem to want to seal them.
nuts?
Shut up and follow my lead.
But yeah, not terribly surprised to see that Lambert is displeased. Alright. So... Thank you, trolls.
I think you might have missed your calling. If I remember Pappy Vesemir's lessons correctly, Witchers kill monsters.
Your memory's shit. They only kill harmful monsters.
They threw stones at us, Geralt.
Because you
Whine about
tried
it
to pick a
escalate
fight.
later.
Just a few steps more, and we're there.
Oh, what's the problem? You all
That's
out of
some
breath?
serious panting. Out of breath? Out of
Sure,
shape.
walking this. Also, we may have cut off the conversation a little bit there, but it's a lot of talking to do for such a short walk. I'm surprised there was so much there. But yes, this is the place we were before.
We made it.
Place I was thinking
No
we were
denying that.
trying to get to.
Damn. Beautiful view.
I even said that back when we first were here. That is high praise coming from you.
Must be if you noticed it.
Geralt, who do you take me for?
Let me think. A sourpuss?
I mean, kind of.
Fair enough. But save the rest of your compliments for later. Let's get to work.
Remember how this circle works? Been a while since I activated my medallion here.
It's fine, old man. No need to make excuses. Light the torches and place the phylactery on the altar. I'll handle the rest.
Okay. The torches. Also what we did when we were
How'd it
here.
go? Water, then earth, then air?
I think. I don't know. Sure. Hopefully, you know, this place doesn't explode if you get in the wrong order. And place. Oh, this thing? Oh, do we need to light the candles as well? I mean, it said torches, not candles. But light the torches around the altar. Apparently, we've not lit all the torches around the altar. What? Huh? Are there more torches around the altar that we have not yet lit? Whoa! Whoa! Okay, let's not go over there. Ah, this got unlit or something. I thought we lit that one, but apparently
All
not.
right. Phylactery's in place.
Then all we gotta do is wait. The container will absorb the power of the elements while we catch a breather.
Oh, we put down the phylactery instead of lighting one of the torches. And that's the thing that we got. What was it from our quest with
So,
Dandelion?
How'd you deal
Or
with the
from
trolls when you passed the trial of the
actually
medallion?
Junior, I think.
Let me think. Oh yeah. Used Axie. But I only had to get past one troll. Other two were busy.
Yeah, useful sign, Axie. Saved my life a short while ago.
How so?
Sense a good story coming.
One of the best. A couple of road robbers stopped me. One pointed a crossbow at me, and the other started rummaging through my satchel. I made the man with the crossbow shoot his friend, and then hang himself.
All right, that's a little hard. Or that's a little far. I wouldn't really say that's the way you're supposed to do that stuff.
Didn't have to kill them.
But I could, so I did.
Yeah, see, like, that's kind of the root of all evil.
Big deal.
Tell me, you always been such a cynical bastard?
No, I was adorable before Vesemir brought me to Kaer Morhen.
Yeah, you know, like, basically just using your power because you can and abusing that power to actually kill people. It's pretty terrible. It's actually pretty terrible. Is this the message he's trying to send, though? Is he all grumbly because he legitimately hates being Witcher and there's no undoing it? That wasn't... I mean, I didn't even think of that being the case, but I suppose it's possible. I've more just thought that he's generally a very cranky person and does not like Vesemir, or basically anyone. On the other end, I mean, all the Witchers did go through that kind of training and have run into similar dangerous types of situations like that. So, I don't know. I mean, on one hand, I'm curious about this, but I don't want to kind of feed into this narrative that Lambert seems to be building in his own head, that, you know, everything is all doom and gloom and life stinks. Because obviously Lambert at least can be a very powerful ally for us. So we want him to be on his A game. We don't want him to be, you know, moping about, questioning whether or not he wants to help our cause. So I think we try to give him a little bit more of a pep talk here, even if I'm perhaps a little bit more intrigued about this one. Try to keep it positive.
Went through it.
That's just it. Not everyone made it. Lots of boys died here. Boys taken against their will.
It was our destiny.
Destiny? Let me tell you about destiny. My dad was a drunk. He'd knock a few back, then beat me and Mom bloody. We prayed for his death every night. One day our prayers were almost answered. Dad lost his way coming home from the tavern, walked smack into a nest of neckers. But some Witcher saved him. Know what he wanted in return?
Something terrible.
Give me the first thing you see when you get home. My life. For the life of that prick?
He gave
I say fuck that kind of destiny.
to the Witcher, and the Witcher had you go through the trials. And you eventually turned into a Witcher, and so, hence, you got turned into a Witcher somewhat forcibly, presumably against your will, and that's why you're not pleased about having become Witcher. Alright, now I'm starting to get more of the full picture here. Although, I thought that I remembered somewhere hearing that in most cases, the process of going through the trials of becoming a Witcher are so dramatic, so traumatic, that for the most part, people actually forget their pasts and basically create an entirely new life for themselves once they become a Witcher. And maybe I'm getting that mixed up a little bit with how they generally take up a new name. Maybe I'm taking it several steps further in that case, but I thought that they just generally did not even remember what happened to them before they became a Witcher, so I'm a little bit surprised to see that Lambert is, you know, basically telling this extended story about what he's saying happened to him on his way to becoming a Witcher, because I didn't think that they would actually remember all that stuff, but, I mean, we can try to sympathize with him. Now he's opened up to us. He's being more open and mature about it, and being vulnerable. So I think we gotta support him a bit, you know?
Didn't know. I'm sorry.
Next time you wonder why I'm so bitter, well, there's your answer. All right. We've
Okay.
griped enough.
Did
Let's get
in
out of
fact
here.
get our answer. Didn't expect it to come that way, but okay. So what is the deal with the phylactery, though?
Need to get our swords. Witcher with no swords like a man without an arm.
We got our
Sure thing,
signs.
brother.
So I hope that we won some brownie points with Lambert there.
Witches is his sharp back club takes, and home goes.
Yes.
Don't worry. I don't need convincing.
Look, he's trying. He's growing up right before our own eyes. The troll's like, this guy's an idiot. Also, apparently we got an achievement out of that. Curious to see what that technically was for, but let's see. So, I mean, I suppose we could stick around here if we wanted to, but we've already explored this area, so this is something where if we hadn't preemptively explored, then we might deliberately take some time to see what's around, but we have already done that, so let's just probably basically end up getting a free fast travel back.
Right. Let's get back.
After you, sir.
Okay. And I do believe we got our weapons back, seeing as how there are weapons strapped to our back right now. Quest completed? It's just that component of that quest? Or the full-blown quest? I don't remember if it was changing names every time we... Like, when we did the part with Eskel, and then now that we did the part with Lambert, and now that it's only Yennefer, it's going to Disturbance. I don't know. Let's see, Vesemir told Geralt that Yennefer had set up her trusty megascope as soon as she arrived at Kaer Morhen, could not get it to function for the life of her. This news greatly troubled the Witcher. Yennefer was planning to use her megascope. That meant a conversation with other sorceresses was in the works. Yikes. That's a bit of a scary thought, given how some pretty dramatic things tend to happen whenever those sorceresses combine forces. And that in turn meant scheming, politics, and other things Geralt truly could not stand. Something's gonna go down. That much is certainly for sure. Okay, let's see. Let's head on in then. Actually, we did see that there was an update to Lambert's character entry, which I'm a little bit curious to see what that's going to say, because we did just get a lot more personal information about him, and like I said, I'm curious to see, you know, if that's going to take our relationship to the next level, so to speak. And the other thing that I was wondering, as he was having this conversation, was it does seem like perhaps Lambert is younger than Geralt, Eskel, and certainly Vesemir. I mean, Eskel was saying, or Geralt and Eskel were saying earlier when we were first meeting up with him, that they are basically the same age, even though Eskel was giving us some attitude for having white hair. The youngest among the Witchers of Kaer Morhen, and perhaps the last ever trained within its walls. Ah, interesting. Well, I mean, there was one in Witcher 1. It's, he didn't exactly last very long. I suppose may not technically have completed his training. What was his name? Was it Leo? But, let's see. By the start of our tale, Lambert had proven his chops many times over, having hunted down many a mighty beast and traversed nearly all the continent's realms several times over. Yet he had also developed a reputation for arrogance and sardonic humor. Yes, we're certainly getting that message, and his gruff and at times excessively blunt manner could irritate even his fellow Witchers of the School of the Wolf. Whatever his vices, it went without saying that Lambert would brave the fires of any hell for his companions. Hope so. That's basically the question is, you know, he's quick to complain about things, but when push comes to shove, is he willing to stand by us when the going gets tough? We hope so. If destiny truly chooses which boys become Witchers, then in Lambert's case, it had made a twisted, cruel choice. After hearing his story, Geralt had to admit that Lambert had every reason to be unenthused about the lot fate had granted him. A chance encounter of two Witchers hunting the same Ikimara turned into a tale of old friendship, murder, and vengeance. Moral of the story? Don't mess with Lambert. I mean, that last part is actually something that happened considerably earlier, but sure, we'll take it. Okay. Let's head on in. Well, the other thing I'm curious about, while we're looking at characters real quick, do we have a character entry on... Oh, not combat. Glossary characters. Uma. Do we have info on Uma? I assume this is alphabetical, so Uma's gonna be near the bottom, so excuse me for a minute here while I zoom through. Yes. So when Geralt encountered, and I don't know, there's a chance we already read this, but given how Uma is kind of the key person that we're trying to deal with here, it seems important. When Geralt encountered a misshapen midget at the Bloody Baron's court, he didn't think much of it. Yet when he heard a similarly deformed being had washed up on Skellige's shores in the same boat in which Ciri and her mysterious companion had sailed off shortly prior, he connected the two at once. It was clear this rough-hewn hunk of flesh was the key to finding Cirilla. So yeah, my theory is actually that it is that mysterious elf, not Ciri, but it could go either way. Sadly, there was no communicating with Uma. The gnarled Twiglet lived in his own miniature world. Yet Geralt knew Uma was the key to finding Ciri. Even if no pertinent information was forthcoming from the creature's stunted lips, surely further investigation would squeeze some solution out of this riddle. We're trying to lift that curse.